G'day RG Bargy crew, hope you're having a fantastic day and your family's happy and healthy. Welcome to Truck World Australia. We're going to do something different today. We're going to take a look at clearing a accident that's happened with a B-double dump truck and clearing it off the highway to let people through. Now this is in anticipation of the upcoming Prologue that they're releasing. I think they said the 2nd of June. So it's not far off, a couple of days, probably about a week from this video. They'll be releasing the Prologue to Truck World Australia, so you'll get your first look at it very soon. So we'll get into it now, and I'll walk you through some of the things that I like about it and some of the things that I don't like about it, so that you know. I've been in the beta testing, the closed beta testing for quite some time with these guys. And I could say that it seems as though it's going to be a really, really good top-notch game. And I say seems because I've been in beta testing before, and then when developers bring the game out, it's not as good as what we thought it would be. But this, I would say, would be one that is definitely above the rest. I think you'll find that the graphics, the overall gameplay is fantastic. Now, we're just going to walk around and have a look at the trailer. There's a few things that you wouldn't normally see, and hopefully the guys address it in the upcoming game, full release. You wouldn't strap down a dozer like that for a start. You would use chains, and you definitely wouldn't secure a 20-ton dozer like that on a flatbed. Or a drop deck, I'm sorry. But as you can see, all the graphics are great. You've got your controls here. You've got your cables that you can manage, your hitch, and your legs all up and down. You can adjust your straps and make sure they're all tight. You can see it says there, check. And you just go like so. So you've got full interaction with all the trailer and its gizmos. It's fantastic. I love it. So let's hop in the truck. Enough talk about that. And we'll go for a quick job. One of the things I do like about it is the gears are reasonably good. It's a 10-speed, this one. And hopefully they'll be putting some 18 speeds in it. But at least the gears work, and the splitter works. And like I say, hopefully eventually they'll put in the 18 speeds. But again, this is just the beta test, closed beta.
Morning, base. This is Iron Roo. I'm already on the road, a few minutes into the drive. Over.
Copy that, Iron Roo. Roads are clear ahead. Keep an eye on the weather and drive safe. Over.
Understood, base. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Over and out.
And as you can see, you've got a dispatcher that talks to you and talks you through your missions and exactly what's needed. And you can communicate back to them. So like I said, what I've shown you in the past is just me driving straight through to the mine and dropping off there. I don't even know if I showed you that bit. But this one we're going to do the complete mission that you've got in the beta. I'm not sure if this will be in the Prologue that comes out in about a week's time. But this will give you a bit of an idea of what things are like. And like I say, I like the fact that you've got 10 speed. It actually works, and it gives you that way. You've got a lot of immersion. The only one thing I don't like is that I can't get head tracking to work on it. But again, this is the closed beta. I'm hoping that the devs will have that head tracking up and running either in the Prologue or once the full game comes out. But let's hop outside so you can get a better look. So yeah, I like the graphics because it does depict Australia very well. The countryside of Australia, I've driven through it many times, the outback, and it does depict it extremely well. The one thing I did notice that the AI traffic in the beta is very much Americanized. Hopefully, again, the devs will address that and make it more of Australian vehicles. And also the AI physics are a little bit overboard. If we can get behind one of the vehicles, I'll show you when they go around a corner, they tend to lean extremely or have extreme leans on them as they go around corners. And that's in contrast to the truck itself. If we jump in the truck and I do this, there is absolutely no physics that I can see of on the trucks. It's the truck doesn't weigh at all, tilt. So yeah, you've got extreme physics on the AI and basically no physics on the truck. Although the truck will, if you take corners too fast, will jackknife. So you've got to be very careful with that, which is quite realistic because, you know, you're driving a truck that's hauling, say, 50 tonne or something like that. Yeah, it tends to be a handful. So just up here, we'll probably get a radio communication from base saying that there's a obstacle, a roadblock or whatever you want to call it, an accident with a truck that's blocking the road, and we're going to have to clear it off. And this will show you one of the things that I really love about this game when we get up here, and you'll see what I mean once we do get here. And this is not in any other truck game that I've seen, and I'm so glad that they actually put it in this because it is way more realistic than any other truck game that I've been involved with. And that's saying a lot because I've tested and driven in many trucking games. I've beta tested quite a few, and this one feature that we're about to see is, to me, hands down, just fantastic. But enough talk about it. We'll wait until we get there and then I'll show you it. And with views, you've got the outside truck view, you've got a closer view, and then you've got the interior view. I don't know if there'll be more views when you're when the game comes out. You can look around. Whoops. By pressing keys. Like I say, I can't get my head tracking to work. Oh, I tell a lie. I can actually get it to work with mouse emulation for the head tracking, but let's slow down. But it's very clunky. So hopefully the devs will address that and fix head tracking in the game. Like I say, they're very responsive to any feedback that they get. And so far, when we talk to them about any problems that we've had in the testing phase, they'll normally jump on it and fix it. But there are a few things, like I say, I'll explain later on in the video, that they haven't addressed, and I feel that they need to straight away because they are extremely important things, especially in driving games. But we'll talk about that again, like I say, after we've done this. And you see this feature I was talking about that I've never seen in any other trucking game. And if you have seen this in any other trucking game, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you think about it too once we get there. Let's jump outside again so you can get a look at the countryside. We're not far from the truck that's wiped out up here. You can see your marker up there, the yellowish or orangish marker there. You do have trains in this. Normally when we come past here there's a train, but as per usual, Murphy's Law, when I'm trying to show you, it's not there.
trailer delivery to the mine, your call. Over.
So
Alright, I'll give it a go. Gonna pull over and drop the trailer on the side. I'll get back to you once I've hooked up with the doubles. Over.
Okay, so
Iron Roo, head to the side of the road and leave your trailer there for now. Once you're hitched up to the doubles, take them over to the gas station in Marla. Let's get that road open again. Over.
Roger
So-
that. I'll drop my load and head over. I'll keep you posted.
Shut up and let me
Iron Roo
talk.
out.
So I've accepted the job. Now this is one of the features that I like, and they've got it really good, is the driving through the mud. And they've actually got this really well. I'm actually going to take the hardest path through here to show you, which is on the right hand side here. If you go to the left, it's quite easy, but through here, we might get bogged. So let's see how we go. And you watch the mud. Ooh, obviously hit a rock or something there. I've never come across that before. That's the first time that's happened. But as you can see, the mud. Oh, we might have gotten bogged then. Nope. Just needed a lower gear. But yeah, they've got the mud physics extremely well. As you can see, I'll try locking the diffs in, although we're out, so that's not important now. Take them back off. Right, so that's not the feature I was talking about, but it's coming up. But that's, like I say, that's really nice how they've done that with the mud physics. They work well. So what we'll do now is we'll go and park the trailer where we've supposed to, which is just up here. And then we'll go back and clear this roadblock, and then you'll see this feature I'm talking about. Which is a feature that we will need here in the Australian outback, especially with road trains, B-doubles, etc. I think you might be guessing it. If you're a truck driver, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's detach this trailer, hop out, and you can see how this all operates. So drop the legs. You've got automatic legs, you don't have to wind them, which is good. You've got the electronic ones. Detach the hoses, unhitch the fifth wheel. Whoops, got to hold the key down for that. And away you go. And as you can see, we've disconnected. Jump in the truck, handbrake off, start her up, head back and get this trailer. Normally I would drive from within the cabin because I prefer to drive that way, but because I'm showing you guys, I'm staying outside so you can get a better idea of how things work. Right. And again, you drive on the left side here, but I'm about to drive on the right side so I can get to this trailer. As you can see, it's a B-double tip trailer. And that looks like either I would say it's a K200 or a K220 that's crashed there. Although they don't have any brand name trucks in this yet because of licensing, I would say. And I'm guessing this truck that I'm supposed to be, or what I'm in, is supposed to look like a Kenworth, which it does, but again, no branding on it. But that's all to do with licensing and etc, etc. So hooking up's quite easy. All you've got to do is basically line up the pin like you would in real life and lock it in. And again, I'm doing this from outside. You can do it from inside as well. But again, I'm doing it so that you can see how it all operates. What will happen is as we get closer, it'll light up. There we go. And then you just guide it through to the pin and lock her up. hit the handbrake, turn the engine off, jump out, and hook everything up. Now, with this will, there we go, didn't light up. This will actually show you probably, and you'll guess what this feature is when I've done this. So we've hooked up. We know that that's hooked up because we heard it click in and lock in. But as you can see here, we've got the ability to unhook the hoses, unhook the hitch, and drop the legs on the second trailer. All right, and I'll show you when we drop off how good that is. I mean, I've never ever seen that in any other truck game where you can actually disconnect the second trailer, which comes in handy because in real life sometimes you may have to do that to get into a parking area because you can't pull the two in because it's too cramped, or to get it up a steep jump up, etc. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up here and drop these two trailers off to get them out of the road so that these cars can get through, and I'll show you how this works. And like I say, to me this is mind-blowing that the game actually does this. And as a former truck driver, like I say, I know how useful it is to be able to unhitch one of the trailers so that you can get into certain areas. Any truck drivers that are watching that are thinking of buying this game when it comes out, you'll see now what I mean about that feature being mind-blowing. That I mean, American Truck Simulator, I don't like to compare games, but American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2 don't do that, and they are the the AAA games of truck drivers or truck driving simulators, and they don't have this feature in it, and I wish they did. So we're going to drop off up here somewhere. Can we get in up? Yeah, I think we can get up here. I think there's a driveway in. Just up here somewhere. Hopefully there is. Yep, there is. Good indicator on. Now we'll go out wide, so we're going to park in here, and it's telling us to park the rear trailer. And again, you can see why we need this feature, because we don't have enough room to park both of them. And hopefully, I haven't swung out wide enough, I don't think, but let's see how we go. Hopefully that back trailer will come around. Yep, should do. Go through this way so you can see it. Yep, looks like it's going to come with us. So we'll pull that in here. About there should do. Handbrake on. Stop the engine. Jump out. And here's the brilliant part. Have a look at this. Drop the legs. Disconnect the airlines. Disconnect the fifth wheel, and we have now disconnected our second trailer, and now it's asking us to park the front trailer. And again, just imagine if you're going into an area, a depot or something where you can't get the two in, you can disconnect your rear trailer and go in, drop off the front trailer, come back, connect the rear trailer, and drop that off, making things so much easier for you. Right, let's see if I can stuff this up. Get this trailer to swing around in this area. Should be right. Ooh, maybe not. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yep. It'll go around. Maybe too far now. Yep. Take another bite at it. Pull that straight. So that we can get it straighter. That'll do. Come on. Kick around. Kick around. There we go. That's going to be alright, I think. Close enough is good enough. There we go. Excellent. Alright, so, like I say, now we drop those off, or drop that off. We've got the rear one off first, giving us enough room to then drop off the front one. So good to be able to actually do that in a game. Trailers are both disconnected. Now we go back and pick up our trailer.
This is Base. How are things going out there? Over.
Base, this is Iron Roo. Trailers are parked at the Marla station and the road is clear. I'm heading back to pick up my load. Then I'll finish the delivery. Over.
Great job, Iron Roo. You've saved the day. Head back and grab your trailer and get back on track to the mine. Safe travels. Over and out.
So now, like I say, now we'll go and pick our trailer up. Make sure there's no cars coming. Now, okay, while we're doing that, there's one thing that I really don't like about this game. And that is the fact that when I first got into the closed beta, I was using my G29 Logitech steering wheel and pedals, and it gave me somewhat of a force feedback feel, but it also had its problems. I'll put a clip in here now that you can check out from that video of how the steering was reacting, and it was okay. We had force feedback, but it would yeah, have a look at the clip, you'll see what I mean. So anyway, the problem that I face now is I'm using my Moza R5 base and wheel, which is fantastic, by the way. If you're ever looking for a direct drive wheel, reasonably priced, can't go wrong with the Moza R5. Now that I'm using this though, there's absolutely no force feedback. It's basically non-existent. I've had to turn the center spring right up to 100% to get any sort of semblance of a force feedback sort of situation, and that's really just centering. There's no, you don't feel any bumps, you don't feel any tugging on the wheel. It just centers. So there is basically no force feedback. Now I've turned all the force feedback settings up to their highest. The only thing I'm getting through it is vibration from engine resonance. But with the G29, like you can see the trucks moving around there, if we went off-road like that, with the G29 I could feel that, and therefore I could feel all the bumps and etc. off-road, but with this there's nothing. It might as well just be, you know, yeah, there's nothing there. It's just a dead, oops, a bit too far. Is that going to lock in? Don't think it is. Come on. Yep, there we go. All right, so, yeah, that's the only thing. And I don't understand why any developer that is developing a driving simulator, which this is, people will argue and say it's a truck driver simulator, but yeah, guess what truck drivers do? They drive. So it's a driving simulator, and like I say, I don't understand why any of the developers don't make that a number one priority before you release anything to get the force feedback correct. Because in any game, no matter how good or bad it is, doesn't have any driving simulator, doesn't have force feedback for the steering wheel, it just ruins it for the people. But we've been told, so in fairness, I've got to say this in fairness, we've been told that the force feedback will be corrected and they're working on it. But again, I've been told that before. And nothing's happened. Not with this game, with another game that I was in beta testing. This game, like I say, everything that we've spoken to the developers about, they've fixed and they've got onto it straight away. We have been told that they're working on fixing the force feedback for quite a number of wheels at the moment. So hopefully they're doing the right thing and actually doing it. I don't doubt that they wouldn't be, because, or would, you know what I mean. That I really do believe that that's what they're doing. I do believe that they're getting onto it, because they really do seem to be responsive, and it is a very good quality game so far. The indicator's the wrong one. Yeah, the controls and everything too are really good. When I'm talking about controls, I mean everything bar the steering. Yeah, all controls work really well. Oh, the other thing I have to talk about is the air horn, or the horn that's supposed to be an air horn, which isn't. If you have a listen. Come on, guys, that's pathetic. Fix that, please. That's not a horn of any sort. That's just a buzzer. That just sounds ridiculous. I really thought someone was having a joke when I first heard that. But it's still the same. It's been that way since the beginning. And hopefully they fix it. But in all the bad things I've just talked about, the good things outweigh it by far. Like I say, the graphics are great. The actual gameplay is fantastic. It all comes together really well. And the Outback Australia, the mud, the hitching of the double trailers, and then the unhitching of them singularly, so that you can detach one trailer and move the other. And just hope they do that with like big road trains.
Iron Road, this is Base. We just got an update from the weather service. A sandstorm is brewing and heading towards the mine. You'll need to get that delivery done before it hits. Remember, sandstorms can cause mechanical problems, and road assistance won't be able to reach you. So get clear before it starts. Over.
Copy that, Base. I'll push through and make sure it's done in time. Thanks for the heads up. Over.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully they'll fix the horn. I don't know if you can see these cars leaning over and that. I want to try and get behind a car so you can have a look at the physics of the AI. They're just extreme. And yeah, the other thing is with my previous G29 Logitech, there was a lot of play in the wheel, and when you were driving along, because there was a lot of like a big dead zone that I felt that you could maybe adjust out, but I couldn't find an adjustment for it. The truck was wandering quite a bit, and I got stick for it, saying that, yeah, if you drive a truck in real life, it does wander. Yes, I totally agree. The truck will wander because of the pull on it from the trailer and the shifting of the load, etc., etc. But this was to the extreme. It was just ridiculous. It was constantly moving back and forth, and you couldn't. You had to oversteer to correct it, and therefore you were constantly correcting it, because when you oversteer, you go too far to the right or too far to the left, and therefore you've got to correct that, and you're chasing your own tail. It's doing the same thing with the Moza R5, but nowhere near as bad. So if they could just fix the force feedback in this game and that air horn, this game would be nearly, and I hate to say this, but very close to a contender for ATS and ETS too, especially with the fact that you can detach trailers singularly if you're pulling a road train. That is just brilliant. I mean, I can imagine going on a dirt road somewhere and hitting a jump up that you can't get up, and you're bogging down because the gravel on the road's loose and you're losing traction, and therefore you drop one of your trailers to give you traction or less weight so that you can get up the jump up, get up the top, detach that trailer, go back, get the other one, and bring it up the jump up. Now that, to me, is realism, because that happens in real life. And like I say, just that alone has impressed me no end, that that's something you can do. But like I say, I mean, the graphics, the cars, it's easy fix. Just dial down the physics, the AIs, dial down the physics for them so they're not leaning over like they're about to roll over on every corner, and dial up the physics on the truck, because it's basically non-existent. Or at least with me it is. If somebody else is watching that's in the closed beta and you've found a way to increase the physics on the truck, please let me know, and I'll adjust and then try it again. But I've had a look and I can't find anywhere that you can increase the physics on it. But I'm guessing that the devs will be definitely looking at that and improving it. Oh, better slow down here. But I can see this game, if the devs really do devote a lot of time and effort to it, that it will be a contender eventually for ATS and ETS too. And like I say, there's only a couple of things I think at the moment they need to do that, and that is fix the force feedback, fix the air horn, and maybe get the head tracking working, and that'd be a great start. I mean, the maps obviously aren't anywhere near as big as ATS or ETS2 at the moment, because the game's only new, but that will come. They'll create more maps for it, or more states, or more towns and cities that you can drive through, because it won't just be the outback. I'm guessing that they've said that there will be major cities in it as well, so you'll be transporting goods through the cities and towns, not just the outback. So there's only a few little things that they need. Well, one major thing, which is the force feedback. A few of the other little things that you've got to fix. And apart from that, yeah, it's well on its way to being a AAA game, in my opinion. And it's just my opinion. But like I say, I've driven in a lot of simulators. I've beta tested quite a few. And normally in a beta test, you can tell what the outlook of the game will be. There was one game in particular that I was a beta tester for, and I really had high hopes for it, but I just had a sneaky feeling when I was beta testing it that the devs weren't listening and that the game would flop because of it. I won't mention names, what it was, but if you've watched my videos, you'll probably know which one I'm talking about. And unfortunately, it turned out to be a bit of a flop, and the graphics were garbage. And supposed to turn that? Nope. And controls were weird. Oh, that's one other thing that I've noticed. It doesn't have a GPS or a route advisor. So that's one other thing they need to add to it, is the route advisor or GPS, so that you've got something to follow. But again, I would say that they've probably addressed that, and it will. Ooh, there we go with the slightly overcorrecting. But like I say, I'm loving it. I enjoy just doing this. This is the only mission we've got in the beta, closed beta, and I've been doing it over and over again because I really do enjoy doing it. And that's the whole idea of a game. If you enjoy it, that's the main thing. And when you don't enjoy a game, you know there's a problem with it. Like I say, I'm really enjoying this one. Can't say the same from some others that I've beta tested, and then when the final stage comes out, yeah, didn't enjoy it. But I think that these guys, and I know I'm harping on about it, but I think these guys have got it right. They got all the ingredients. It's all coming together. And if it stays on track, watch out ATS and ETS too. I'm not far from the mine now, I don't think. And you'll see camels and kangaroos, emus, cattle, everything along the roads. We saw a lot of cattle at the beginning of this. I don't know if you noticed that. They're off to the left as we're pulling out of the service station. And there was some camels. I haven't actually seen any roos on this trip. I think I saw a couple of emus. I can't remember. Like I say, I've been doing this trip quite a bit lately, and so you get to see a lot of the wildlife. And I can't wait for the prologue to come out and get right into it. Okay, we've got to turn up here, so time to slow down and start braking. So yeah, we'll be dropping off down here, and hopefully we beat the sandstorm. Last time I did the trip, I just beat it, and it was on the way out that the sandstorm hit. So yeah, and on this road, again, with the G29, I would feel all the bumps and the movements, and I could feel the truck pulling left or right. With this, it just feels like it's floating. I mean, yeah, there's just absolutely no false feedback there. And again, I really do hope they get that together, because that may be a deal breaker for some people. I know it's been a deal breaker in other games in the past for most people that enjoy using their wheels, especially if they've spent a lot of money on them. And I know that a lot of people have bought high cost wheels to play this game when it comes out, so they might be a bit disappointed if the developers don't do that. Okay, so I'm just logging into the depot so they know I'm here. Jump back in the truck.
This is Base. The mine has just reported your arrival. Proceed to the delivery point and prepare to unload. Over.
Base, this is Iron Roo, confirming arrival time at the mine. Gonna find a place to park the rig and unload. Over.
So it's just over there.
Nice
now,
work, Iron Roo.
I'm not going to drive it all the way around, or will I?
Tricky out there? Give us a shout on the CB.
I could go down there and through that gateway, but let's go around so you get a look at the depot. I would normally just go down to the right there, but let's have a look at the depot so you can get an idea of the graphics and the detail of the game. You can see this is a massive open cut mine. Pity we can't fly over it to show you, but yeah, if you look off in the distance there, it's a, like I say, massive open cut. Oh, sandstorm's starting to come. You can see it's starting to get a bit cloudy, a bit hazy. Yeah, we be a little bit late. Where are we going? Yeah, through here. Yeah, here comes that sandstorm. Alright, so we've got a reverse in there. Like I say, I would have normally come through that green fence there and then reverse back. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult here. I'm going to have to try and turn around in this area, which I normally wouldn't do. And now we're going to have to do it during the sandstorm. And I'm going to end up jackknifing. I wouldn't do this in real life. It's put too much strain on the equipment. But because of time restraints now, because I was showing you everything, we need to get into this before the sandstorm really hits, or else we'll be blinded and not be able to see what we're doing. Alright, here we go. And again, I would normally be driving this from within the cabin because I prefer to keep it real, but for purposes of the video, I'm showing you from outside. Detached trailer, shall do, mate. As soon as I can get out of here, the better. Drop those legs. Disconnect the hoses. And disconnect the hitch. Jump in the truck. Start her up. We might not be able to get out of here if this sandstorm gets too bad. Gonna make it around there. Just. Thank God. So now we've got to log out of the depot so they know we're not here anymore for safety reasons. In case there's a problem, they need to know how many people are in the depot. Alright. Log out. Bit dusty.
What's your status? Over.
Base, unload complete. I'm already on my way out of the mine. Over.
Great job, Iron Room. That wraps it up for this run. Head on back to the highway, and we'll call it a day. Watch out for the rough tracks on your way out. Safe travels. Over and out.
Alright. I think that's about it. I think it shuts us down here. Or maybe we've got to go out to the roadside. Oh, there we go. So yeah, so that's Truck World Australia. And if you're hanging out for the prologue, I don't blame you. It's due to come out. When's it due to come out? Let's have a look. Let's quit this down.
Hi everyone. We at Truck World.
Shut up. Here it is. Did I get the date right? June the 3rd. I said June the 2nd, but it's June the 3rd when this comes out. And it's like I say, it's the prologue. It's not the actual full game, but it's the prologue to the game. So you get to have a look at it. And it's called The First Haul. And if you're interested, I'll leave a link to this page down in the description. And away you go. You can check it all out. So hopefully you enjoyed that, guys. And leave any comments or any questions you've got down in the comments below. Links to most of the stuff I use, it will be down in the description. If you want to support the channel, that'll all be down there too. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It's free. You might as well. Helps me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. All right, guys, hopefully you did enjoy it, and we'll catch you in the next one. So bye for now.